What's going on? This is DJ Brainstorm, Drunk Minds, Sober Thoughts Podcast, DMST Podcast. We are here with the Afterthoughts segment for Sunday, November 25th. I had to light my phone. I'm like, what's the date for this joint? We haven't done an Afterthoughts in a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
So we here with Playboy, and we here with Dev.
Yes.
Still feeling good. So our Afterthoughts this week, we had a question that we were just talking about a little bit. As soon as we got done with the show a little bit,
Right.
And it just kind of came up out of our randomness. It's at what age do we as men stop dictating a lot of our decision making based on
Pussy.
Yeah. If the pussy, if we about to get the ass or not or whatever, at what point do we stop doing that? Are we still doing that to this day? I don't know. So we gonna discuss that for a little bit. I know for myself, I know we've had some conversations over just recently over some things,
Right.
last few days, few weeks or whatever, or just in general when we talk about stuff. One of my favorite things I always say to you, I ain't gonna say favorite, but just one of the things I say to you a lot of times is, we know as men that the end goal all the time is to get some ass, is to get some pussy. That's what it is.
Right.
So at what point is it that? Yeah, I mean that's what it is at the end of the day. Every interaction
What we here for, ladies?
Every interaction we have with any lady or whatever. I mean, it's not to say that we don't want to have a relationship or anything, but we know that the end goal to a certain extent is still that we want to get some ass. So, but at what point do we kind of grow in our thinking a little bit more, where okay, we make some smarter decisions about some things, or something like that?
I mean, I personally think when you get to the point where when things become messy. Or that you ain't in a good situation. I personally, I crossed that threshold a long time ago, and I just don't view women just for they ass like I used to. I very much vividly all the time say this to myself on a regular basis. Like, I'm actually tired of the twerk videos and shit.
Man, I'm so sick of that shit.
Like, I get to seeing it, and don't get it twisted. I mean, are these chicks beautiful? And you look at them like, but it don't do for me what it used to do for me. And that is me personally feeling like I'm maturing as a man in my thoughts, and you know what I'm saying, versus what I'm feeling. You know what I mean? Like, okay, look, at the end of the day, to me, I feel like pussy is pussy. You meet somebody, what you attracted to is other than that, because the end goal, like you said, is pussy. Depending on what her ass look like, her titties look like, whatever the case may be, it's still at the end of the day, you still is gonna be that. Yeah. I just don't view it the same anymore.
I just think as men, so I think just some of us will never mature
Right
to that point, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah,
it's
I agree.
Unfortunate because I've never really been just about getting some ass, which is probably more diabolical, because at least the woman can determine whether or not she want to give you some ass or not.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at least the dudes that's trying to get ass is out here just to get ass. And a lot where it gets fucked up is when lines get blurred and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Where the niggas who trying to get ass is trying to be players, trying to be, like, I love you, baby, too. No, nigga, you just here to get some ass. You know what I'm saying?
I do think that's problematic, yeah.
So, but it can always fuck up the feng shui when genuine niggas is in the room with niggas just trying to get ass. You know what I mean? Because the energy is fucked up.
Right.
Because you can start doing some fucked up shit because pussy is the driver. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but niggas, just reach a point in your life where ass is not the number one goal, man. It's only so much fucking you can do.
That's a lie. I mean, that's a lie. I mean, you can do a lot of fucking. I mean, I'm just being honest,
I'm telling you, I'm not fucked out.
You see, I'm not fucked out.
If you could be fucked out,
I understand.
For a 36-year-old, for a 36-year-old,
I get what you're saying.
I'm about as fucked out as a 36-year-old can get. I'm
for a 36-year-old football player that went to a majority white school. Do we have to edit that out?
No.
I look at it like this, man. I don't know. It's just you reach a certain point mentally Like I told you, I'm tired of all the bullshit I see on Instagram. I literally run away from twerk videos and all this other stuff because I'm thinking on a different level. It's levels to everything. I mean, I did all the fucking and all that other shit when I was in my 20s, man. Not saying that I don't love pussy, because I do, absolutely.
Give me a second helping of it right now, huh? I'll take seconds, please.
I'll take seconds, please. Thanksgiving. But no, I'm not looking at it the same. Now, when I look at a woman, I'm not looking at her just for that. I'm looking at her for, damn, who gonna be my wife for the next 10, 15 years?
I get it. I feel it.
Nigga just turning 15, bitch. Let me tell you something right now.
I didn't even check that he had said 10 or 15
you might
years.
make it to 50, bitch.
Right. I'm gonna cut you. I'm gonna cut you off like Whack Arnold.
We'll check in again in 10. You know what I'm saying? We'll check in again at 10.
10 to 12.
Yeah,
right.
Show some type of longevity.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. Can I take it left a little bit?
Go ahead.
Because like you said, that I'm sorry. I know we was talking about this one thing, but do y'all think with a marriage you should get to a point that you can kind of come to a point where you be like, you know what? We 5 years in. Let's take the temperature on this. Like maybe y'all go sit in front of somebody or something like that. That's when we talking about pussy and shit. I mean, what? Can you bring it to the table? No, I don't really like the sex no more. I don't really like this no more. Can we check in like in 5 years and decide if we want to keep going? Motherfuckers is getting divorced anyway.
Yeah. I think you take the temperature on that a lot. I mean, personally, I take the temperature on that a lot. You know what I mean? Where you are figuring out. Because it's almost like it's unwritten. We was talking earlier a little bit about vibes. You can pick up on vibes and shit. In relationships, you can pick up on the vibe. You can pick up when shit is going a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, you know when the positions is stale and
yeah.
Because you get to this point. This is the fucked up part about it. You get to the point where you've learned that person to the point that y'all can hopefully busting a nut or feeling a certain kind of way is not an issue on both parties. You know what I mean? Like you, but then you know the person inside and out. So now what? You know what I mean? Like we know each other upside down, left, right. So you know what I'm saying? It's almost like if you. This is fucked up. A relationship is not this minuscule. But have you ever played Madden or 2K?
Right.
You ever picked out like 3 or 4 plays? You know the computer can't stop.
Right.
But after like 10 games, you be like, fuck, okay, let me call this play, touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you winning, but you know you got the game figured out. So, but yeah, I mean, you should take the temperature of the shit and kind of figure out what's going on. And I think if the temperature is going to fluctuate, it's going to go hot and cold, you know, you got to be able to weather the storm. But that temperature going to change, cuz.
Yeah.
It's going to change.
Do you think people would maybe stay together longer if they did that?
I think
if they took an honest assessment every so often.
No, because sometimes an assessment can be like, you know, you don't pass this course.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
I think it's inevitable. I think it is. You can't ever fight that assessment situation. You know what I mean? Either she's doing it and you are trying to avoid it, or you doing it and she trying to avoid it. But at all times, you are on a job interview. So I just think people ignore. People say, I think we talked about Lil last week. But people say, no, I got to go to work today or whatever. And niggas will say, you know, relationship is hard work. But niggas tend to ignore the work word.
Right.
This shit is work. You can't wake up and be like, I want to call off today. It's a job you can't never fucking call off from.
That's true.
And sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck that bitch.
I mean, when I go ahead.
I'll say this real quick. The worst feeling in the world as a man, I personally think would be to get to a position where if I'm, you know, my wife or whatever, and she has the mentality, okay, let me get this over with. Okay, let me go ahead and let him get his nut off real quick.
Oh, that's fucked up.
I know he like to hit it from the back, so let me do that first so he can go ahead and bust so this shit could be over with.
She give you the finishing move first.
Yeah,
like, Hulk Hogan ain't never come in the ring and just hit a leg drop as soon as she came in the ring, my nigga. They said he had to get his ass whooped first. So I said he had to power
rock
up.
Bottom,
you ain't gonna rock bottom as soon as you get in the ring.
But that's the reality.
You can't throw the finishing move on
me.
You
have people like that. That'll be like, you know what? Let me go ahead and just get this over with.
Real shit.
I don't never want to get to a point like that with my wife to where it's just like, oh,
come on and get it real quick.
Come on, let me turn around real quick. I know you like this ass. Go ahead and hit it real quick and bust real quick.
That'd make my soul hurt.
It'll make you be like, damn.
How much will a nigga really care though? Honestly,
At that point,
because you're still getting your nut.
At that point,
but at that point, just go watch some porn, nigga. A nut is a nut.
Yeah, that's true.
A nut is a nut.
At that point,
but you know, ain't nothing like being inside some pussy.
But
though.
this goes back to
absolutely.
it. This goes back to it.
Right.
That's why niggas still chase pussy, because the feeling of being in some pussy is second to none.
Yeah.
You can supplement it with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Robots.
Yeah, you know.
Sex dolls.
All that shit. You can supplement it with some shit.
Right.
But so a lot of niggas just chase that ass, you know.
Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby.
So I always say ain't no better pussy. And how the saying go?
Ain't no pussy better than
no pussy.
What is
ain't
it?
no better pussy than new pussy.
Yeah, what is it? Ain't nothing better than some pussy except some new pussy. That's what it is. Yeah.
Like I don't know. Just don't get me at a point where I'm with somebody, because you can. Dave said it from the beginning. You can feel the vibe. You can feel it. If you know the person you with and you've been dealing with them, you know when shit is okay, and when they into you versus when they not into you, because the shit becomes a chore. I never want my sex life to become a chore. Time to make the donuts. I don't want that type of sex life.
Time to take the trash out. Yeah, that would be boring. It's Tuesday night. You know, we always get a little nasty after NCIS on Tuesday. You know
real quick, is that inevitable though? Is that something that just
the longer you've been
happen?
together? I don't know. Somebody asked me this week, "What's your longest relationship?" And I think mine is like 2.5+ years or whatever. And I think at some point you do kind of fall into a little bit of monotony, just because you get comfortable. I mean, like no matter what. I mean, you done seen me at my worst, and that's in everything. So of course, sexually, I've seen your best. I've seen your worst. I've had you the nights that like you said, you just, I know he wants some. I'm gonna go ahead and go. So it's times that you done jumped on me and I've been tired. Like, nigga, I'm not even in the mood, all that stuff or whatever. So actually, I think it's kind of inevitable that, you're going to get to a point that it's going to be like, okay,
I'm convinced. The chicks that say, oh, let me go ahead and just, they don't suck dick. That sound crazy.
I just feel like as men, we just need to man up, go watch some porn. If you don't feel like fucking her, just go clear your head. You know what I mean? That's the part of the problem, man. I don't like fucking unless I'm ready to enjoy the situation. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna never fuck somebody for the sake of fucking.
I would lose interest. I know that sounds weird, but I could literally lose interest. And like, if you ain't into it or something like that, if I'm getting a vibe or something like that, if I'm ever in that situation, I lose interest. It's just like, I either better get this nut real quick, or I'm gonna probably have to at some point be like, nah, you know what, I'm cool. This ain't working. Like, have y'all ever did that? Have y'all ever been with somebody, you know what, and had to be like, you know what, this, and I'm not saying for whatever reason, just like, you know what, this ain't working. I gotta be like, nah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Jay said once I'm in it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Listen, ladies, let me tell you the truth. I tell ladies the truth. And this is one reason I feel bad for ladies for a lot of different reasons, but this is number one reason I feel bad.
Yeah.
Y'all get to experience, y'all can run into a situation where maybe his dick game is a little off. He real little, whatever the case may be. I ain't never had no bad pussy in my life. I just ain't never had none. I ain't never been in a situation where it was like,
you've had pussy that's been better than others though.
The only thing that can be comparable is head. The actual vagina. I feel like this is I'm about to say some fucked up shit because I am not.
I love the way he always. I don't have to do a disclaimer with Dev because he do his own disclaimer. Okay.
I'm not gonna say I'm the nigga from that night we was at the what was that game, whatever.
Yeah.
Right. But I feel like the only way it can really be an issue is if chicks with no walls can swallow you up.
Right.
That. Just all of it feels the same level of constriction. Right. I've just never been like, oh, this one is gapier than the last one.
Gapier?
Right.
This nigga's creating words in this.
It's just
You a gapiologist in this motherfucker.
Gapiology, nigga.
Yeah.
Hit it and keep it moving. I mean,
Right.
not like that, but I'm just saying, like,
Right.
It's never been a situation where like, oh, that was trash.
Right.
Ladies got to deal with that.
Right.
It can be trash when it comes to like
I think
her
it's
motion.
that's what I was just about to say. I was about to say that, yeah, because
right.
I've gotten, I think we've all gotten
let me tell
done.
you
Men and women have gotten done like that was trash.
We can
We've
get
all
over
done.
that. That's like the nigga in the game ain't really listen. That just means the nigga on your team ain't really setting picks, so you got to get this 50 on your own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But what the actual vagina, the moisture, that
Right.
is what it is. Whether you can ride, she can't ride. I guess I got to get this 50 on my own. But I'm gonna get this 50.
Right. Bend
I'm
over.
gonna drop 45 tonight.
Right.
No matter what.
Right.
I would like it if you would help me.
But
if you don't,
Right.
That remind me of one of those when Braun was still here in Cleveland. Somebody asked him a question like, "Do you like it when people allow you to?" It might even been in place when they allow you to get 40. He's like, "Don't nobody allow me to get 40, nigga." And look, I'm gonna get this 50 tonight. You know what I'm saying, nigga? Don't you know what my name is? I bring my game to this bitch. I get 50.
When I say I'm here to bust nut, and I'm gonna get this 50 one way or another.
I'm a Kobe Bryant like my last game in the Lakers uniform, and this motherfucker tonight was 61 in this bitch tonight, nigga. I don't care if I gotta shoot 80 times, nigga. 61 tonight, B.
You can have a good LeBron line, 24, 12, and 8. That's when she can ride. She give good head. You know what I mean?
Right.
She got the all around game. She a walking triple double, my nigga.
Right. She's balanced.
But I'm gonna get my point average no matter what.
Right. This is my MVP season, my nigga.
Right.
You ain't fucking up my numbers. You know, you be at the basketball court, you passing the ball to nigga. Don't even pass the ball to this nigga. No, I'm getting my numbers tonight.
Right.
I don't know. We might wrap it right there, man, real quick. We just getting back into our afterthoughts game real quick. We've been out of it for about a month or so, man. So we hope y'all enjoy this afterthoughts. Live again on Sunday next week. Y'all tune in. Stay subscribed to our YouTube, y'all. Peace, y'all.
Yes. Peace.